At 27 years of age, Jake Paul will face Mike Tyson, who is 58 years old, on Netflix. Main event, Texas, AT&T Stadium. It's going down, and I am weirdly excited about this thing, and it drives me nuts. I should not want to see this fight. I really shouldn't. And I understand why a lot of people are like, this is a joke, I'm not tuning in. But I got to be honest with you, I am tuning in. I am going to be delighted by watching this train wreck. And I'm also going to be cringing at the same time because I don't want to see Mike Tyson just dropped and sleeping on the mat. It just doesn't make any sense for me to sit there and watch a legend at 58 years old get embarrassed. Like this guy. That is a 58-year-old Evander Holyfield. He competed against Vitor Belfort. Everyone was like, why is this happening? I watched, I reacted on this channel, and I was just cringed out. I don't want to see something like this happen to Mike Tyson. Watching a 58-year-old man become a punching bag, we shouldn't want to watch this. It shouldn't be sanctioned. It's ridiculous. It's going to be at AT&T Stadium that can seat 80,000 people on Netflix, which has 282.7 million subscribers. Absolutely crazy that this is going to happen on Friday night. Iron Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. We have UFC 309 this weekend that has John Jones versus Stipe Miocic. I should be more excited about that. But for some reason, I can't not think about Paul versus Mike Tyson. It just sticks in my mind. And I'm like, okay, this is actually going down on Netflix. 282.7 million subscribers will have a chance to tune into this shit show. Now, here's why I'm making this video. There are a couple of things. Who's going to win this fight? Why are we watching this fight? Is it going to be rigged? Let's start with Mike Tyson and his open workout before the fight. There's Iron Mike Tyson moving in. Vicious, intense. Mike Tyson throwing the hands around. You can see the guy still has power at 58 years old. And a lot of people out there are saying Mike Tyson's going to leave Jake Paul on the mat cold if it's a legit fight. But what I see here is an old guy that's bulked up and is a shell of his former self. I don't see the Mike Tyson of old. I see a guy that was Mike Tyson, but this is a 58-year-old version of him. Now, granted, he looks great. He looks like he's in phenomenal shape. He still moves fairly quickly, but he looks stiff and he looks clunky. And as he marches forward, it just doesn't feel as fluent as the Mike Tyson of old. The guy's going to get in the ring with a 27-year-old man. Now, granted, Jake Paul is not the greatest boxer of all time. Jake Paul has a weird, interesting path to this point, fighting MMA fighters and basketball players and influencers. But still, I mean, you can't deny that Jake Paul has made himself a household name, and he's done some very special things. Fighting Anderson Silva and beating him, still, to this day, I can't believe that happened. And now here's another legend. He fought a legend of MMA, and now he's going to fight a legend of the boxing game. I can understand why people don't want to watch this. You know, like Mike Tyson, we hold very close to our hearts as combat sports fans. And to see Jake Paul go in there and knock him out would be a horrible thing. Here's Jake Paul hitting the pads, and he does this weird little stomp forward and just swing punches in there. Now, if you look at the two techniques, I mean, yeah, you got to go with Iron Mike Tyson, right? I mean, this is ridiculous. How is this guy going to beat a guy that moves like Mike Tyson? Jake Paul just moving in all slow and weird, slinging punches in there. You can't feel too confident. If you're going to make a bet at mybookie.ag, use code MMA-HOLES. Listen, Jake Paul at a -218, Mike Tyson getting the plus money at a 160, just judging from the footage here. You're going to have to go with Mike Tyson, right? Here's Mike Tyson flexing for the cameras. Now look at Mike. I mean, listen. You can't deny the fact that he looks like he's in phenomenal shape. You know, for 58 years old, men would dream to look like this, right? I still see a very old man. Like, look at him over here. I mean, yeah, he's in great shape. He looks scary, but I just see an old dude. I see a dude that if this is a real fight, it's going to wind up something like this. A 58-year-old legend embarrassed. Look at the legend in black and white. Smashing on the bag. Muscles bulging. Man, I want Mike Tyson to win this fight so bad. I would love to see Mike Tyson go in there and knock out Jake Paul. And you know what? It actually might happen, but in a controversial way. This fight over here, 8 2-minute rounds. So only 2-minute rounds, 8 of them. So we're not going 12. They're not doing 3 minutes. We're doing 8 2-minute rounds. So a lot of time between rounds to catch your breath and recuperate. I would give that advantage to Iron Mike Tyson. I think he could last 8 rounds with Jake. I actually do. But if this was a real fight, I would have to put all my money on Jake Paul. I think this is tailor-made for a guy like Jake Paul to win. Listen, Mike is 58 years old. Here's why I think Jake might not win this fight. Mr. Paul is 10-1-0, and the only loss he has on his resume is to a legit boxer in Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury's brother. If he loses to Iron Mike Tyson, what does that say about Jake? You lost to a man that's 58 years old, or you lost to Iron Mike Tyson? I think win or lose in this situation, it's better for Jake to lose this fight. Now, you might think I'm crazy. Why would Jake Paul want to lose this fight against Iron Mike Tyson? Because him winning this fight, there is absolutely no upside for Jake Paul. There's no upside. He could run around and say, I beat Mike Tyson, and maybe go full heel. Maybe this is where Jake Paul becomes the actual real villain, right? The boxing fans will not like Jake anymore if he knocks out cold a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. People will really start crapping on him and really want to root against Jake Paul. So the benefit of this is if he really wants to be heel in this situation and knocking out a senior citizen in front of 80,000 people in attendance and 282 million people on Netflix, this would be a very interesting business strategy. But if he loses to Mike Tyson, yes, he lost to a 58-year-old man, but he can just say, hey, guys, I lost a fight to Iron Mike Tyson. And he can still do his novelty fights. He can still run around and fight MMA fighters. He can still get big bags of money and figure out ways to navigate himself around and maybe fight Canelo like he says he's going to fight. In the boxing world, it's really all about money. And if you can get eyeballs on yourself, then you're going to be able to get a fight. If Jake Paul is going to lose this fight, he has to get knocked out. That's it. It would make headlines all over the place. Oh my God, Jake Paul was actually knocked out. He's never been knocked out before. If he's going to get knocked out, why not get knocked out by this guy, right? A legend in Mike Tyson. Who cares about 58 years old? He gets knocked out by Mike Tyson. You can brag about that too. The fucking GOAT knocked me out.
Your kids are out here. Everyone's coming in to see you on Friday. What does it mean to have family with you?
It's the family's everything. But my kids, to my children, I'm nobody. But that night they're going to find out their father's very special.
Listen to this. This is sad. This is absolutely sad. Mike Tyson saying to my kids, I'm nobody, but they're going to find out on Friday that I'm actually very special. So while their kids are of age where they can really appreciate a fight of Mike Tyson, he wants them to make sure that they know that he is a living legend. But look at him. He looks sad. He looks old. It's just a very depressing sight when you look at Iron Mike Tyson here. Yeah, listen, he's got pectoral muscles. But as he speaks to this lesbian on the right, Mike Tyson is just an old man that has many glory moments in his career, and he just wants to stay relevant and do something special on Friday. How could you not want to root for this guy? How could Jake Paul go in there and beat him?
Your kids are out here. Everyone's coming in to see you on Friday. What does it mean to have family with you?
It's the family's everything. But my kids, to my children, I'm nobody. But that night they're going to find out their father's very special. So the night of the fight, they're going to realize they better watch it next time they talk crap to me.
I love Mike, man. I really do. This guy is awesome. If you just put in Paul Tyson on X and you scroll through, everything is Mike. Everything that you see here. Now, here's Jake knocking out Tyron. I got to be honest with you. I'm not saying that this is fixed, but my goodness, it was a bizarre knockout. And the way Tyron hit the ground and dropped dead on the mat, I mean, we don't want to be seeing Mike Tyson looking like this. But this, if anything looks rigged, this does. I understand why people say that is rigged. But everything that you see as you scroll through here is Mike Tyson. You just put in Paul Tyson, it's all Mike. Now here's a little Jake Paul talking about Canelo. And here's Jake Paul getting hit in the stomach over here. Here's old vintage Mike Tyson. Man, oh man, I get chills when I see this man hit people back in the day. I mean, this dude was a savage. Always the undersized guy, too. Mike Tyson. The 58-year-old is 5'10". The 27-year-old is 6'1". The reach, 71-inch reach to 76. So you got the age and the size in favor of Jake Paul. Now, Jake Paul's got to bulk up for this thing because these guys are fighting a little bit heavier. Everything's pretty much in favor of Jake Paul. It's crazy, right? You scroll through this thing. Mike Tyson is the draw on this. Mike Tyson is the sell. Everything is about Iron Mike Tyson. So I'm going to go over to my bookie. Now, don't forget, they're releasing today the risk-free bet in the Bet Boost section where you place a bet up to $25 and they give you your money back if you lose. If you win, they pay you. It's the greatest thing ever that my bookie dropped. It didn't drop here yet, but I'm sure by the time I upload this, it's going to be there. If not, check later tonight. But it's a risk-free bet. It's for every Thursday. They release it on Wednesday. I'm going to be putting $25 on Mike Tyson. Do I think this is going to hit? No. 25 to win $40. That would be nice. I don't think it's going to hit, but I got my risk-free bet that I'm going to be throwing in later today that hopefully will counterbalance this. All right, we are in $25 on Iron Mike Tyson. Did I make the right move? Remember, use code MMA-HOLES at mybookie.ag. All right, I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to say Iron Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul. I'm going to say in round number 3. Let's just go with that. Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul in round number 3. For some reason, not because Mike Tyson's going to be better at 58 years old on Friday night, something tells me that Jake Paul is looking for a big payday, looking to do a big thing, and at the end of the day, he's an influencer. So, yes, I think that Jake Paul's boxing skills have gotten better, but I think we're going to see a nice acting job, and it's not going to be Tyson taking a dive because that just wouldn't look good. The better look, the better outcome, the thing that would work better for both parties would be Mike Tyson getting his hand raised and the meanie Jake Paul losing.